I have my Raider out here again on a baseball field. However, this is the first time I've had it out here brushless with the 15-turn brushed motor and the current gearing setup, which is the 30-tooth idle gear and the 17-tooth pinion. It just could not get up to speed. The ESC was getting hot. It was not happy. It just did not have the torque it needed to have some speed with the extra friction of, you know, running through the dirt here on the baseball field. So hopefully this will run a lot better. I ran it last night quite a bit out in the parking lot, and you might be able to see here the end link. It actually has a chunk broken off of it now. It keeps popping off, and I cartwheeled the car a few times at pretty high speed. Now this thing hits 37 miles an hour. I'm finding the center of gravity is too high. The car is extremely light with the modifications I've done. The small LIPO battery is light as well, but I have taller tires on the front, and my on-road tires are taller in the back. So that, you know, raises the center of gravity. So I have to be real careful hitting the brakes, because this brushless ESC, the brakes are all or nothing. So even at 25%, it locks up usually the right wheel because it's an open diff. So I don't think it's really using both wheels when it's braking. Once one of them breaks traction, you know, it's kind of a lost cause. And so whatever, I'm gonna give it a run out here, see how we do. Hopefully I won't break anything. I actually ordered a new end link. It's not a perfect fit for this because the Raider has this tiny little steering arm, but it's a 4.5 millimeter end link, so it should hopefully fit. And then I'll just put some JB weld in the hole where the threaded rod goes and drill it out, and hopefully that'll take care of it, because I cannot find a replacement in the original size anywhere. So we'll give this a shot. As usual, my town is flat and it's quite windy. I have a spot here that hopefully will block most of that, and we'll give it a run. I'm getting really long run times with this new brushless setup. It's great. I would say it's going every bit of 20 minutes, at least on road. We'll see how it does here off road. Lack of torque's not the issue with this car. I have the punch turned down to be kind and gentle to the transmission, so it's not flying like the Ultimate does when I sell out a car, but it seems pretty good. Pop the end link. It's on its last legs. These front tires actually do have some tread, unlike all my other cars, but it's really not, I don't know if it's making much difference. The open diff does not let it bite in like my Ultima either, or my son's Bandit. It's struggling for traction, even though it's running the same exact tires. Ooh. slick over there in that one spot. Trying to hit this pitcher mound at full speed, but struggling to get enough traction to get a straight shot at it. Wish it was just a bit taller. When the folks come to play baseball later today, they're going to be in for a treat. This field was nicely groomed, and not so much anymore, but they're almost done for the season, so we shouldn't have to sneak around quite as much. But yeah, this is great. We're going to check the heat on the motor here in a minute and the ESC, but it's been running good and cool, at least on road. So I think this has been a great setup for this car. It is crazy how much less traction the back end of this car gets than my Ultima. It's night and day. I didn't realize it would be such a difference. The Ultima also has a lot more weight over the rear tires. This car being mid-motor, it's closer to a 50-50 weight distribution. Whereas the Ultima is very tail happy. I actually had to add weight to the nose because it was wheeling all the time. Well, I'll bring it over and check the temperature, as some of you folks probably don't want to watch an extremely long video of me just driving the car around. Although those of you that appreciate it, you're more than welcome to continue watching, but the motor is, I can hold it for about 5 or 6 seconds before it starts getting too hot to touch, so that should be good. And the ESC, I can feel it pumping out some heat, but it's certainly not hot. It's it's warm, so I think this is a good setup. There you go. If you want to go brushless on your Raider, I've only got a couple, maybe 2 hours or so run time with mine being brushless, but so far everything seems good. With the punch turned down on this setup here, it's Surpass Hobby. It's a 380 motor and a 540 can, and the reason I went that route was I thought I could get less torque out of the motor, which is what I want to help safeguard the transmission in the Raider, because it's not known as being the most durable transmission out there. And with this on soft, which is the lowest punch setting, it provides good acceleration, certainly stronger acceleration, maybe not initially, but at least once it gets above say 10 miles an hour or so, it pulls significantly harder than the brushed version, where it would kind of fall on its face and not have much torque. But this one, because it's artificially limited, it carries nice and flat higher in the RPM range. But I think it's a great combo for this car. It's light and it's efficient and it's plenty fast. Like I said, it goes 37 miles an hour. Might be a few miles an hour slower with smaller diameter tires, but it might just jump up to an 18-tooth pinion gear, which is probably the largest you could fit in here, to get all the speed I can out of the car with some smaller tires, which should help lower the center of gravity and keep it from flipping as easily on pavement. Off-road though, these, as happy as can be, minus the limited traction from the open differential. But I'm gonna go ahead and run it for a few more minutes, Oh yeah, one more thing. Yesterday I smashed one of these dog bones. Well, this isn't the one I smashed, obviously, because I replaced it. But it was bent. I cartwheeled the car hard a few times. But I think I may have mentioned this in one of my previous videos. But in the Raider, they're 68mm dog bones stock. They're hard to find and they can be kind of pricey when you do find them. I'm running ones off Amazon. Actually, those are the ones I bent. I had them in both this car and my Turbo Ultima, and they're great. You might have to take the springs out. You might be able to put a little piece of fuel tubing in there or something if there's just a tiny bit too much slack, but they fit nicely. You know, they're cheap in case you do break them, and they're readily available. The set I have in here, this is the first time I've run them. These are actually from AliExpress. I can't remember how much they cost, but they were, I think, even cheaper. So cheaper than 4 for $10. But either way, either option's a good deal. So like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and run this around a bit more. Maybe even go all the way to the battery stops or I run out of memory on my camera. But feel free to stick around if you just want to watch the car. If not, it's probably about all I have to say unless something strikes me as I'm driving this car. I wish I had a camera person here to get a better field of view. Pop that end link off again. So you can see I'm kicking up some good dust today. Yeah, this thing, hopefully that new end link comes. I ordered it off eBay. It was $8 shipped, and I think it will work. Otherwise, this car is out of commission here if that breaks any worse. Almost hit that straight. Just cannot hit that straight. It's too slick over here. Can't get any speed on it. First base has got a little mound there. Oh, on this Dumbork RC receiver I just put in here, it's a 6-channel, so there's 4 open channels if you're running an RC car, and they're just asking to get full of dirt. So all I did was take a small piece of electrical tape and cut it to be the right size to cover it, and it does a great job of keeping the dust out. So it's pretty obvious modification there, but if you end up with this setup, I would recommend. Something's wrong. I think the tire's coming off the rim. Yep. That Surpass hobby motor just telling me I'm gonna have to re-glue these tires on here. Well, kind of back on. I didn't realize these weren't glued on right. There we go. Oop, the other side's coming off too. Good. It's crazy. They're hard to pop back on. Alright, hopefully they stay on. Oh. Yeah, the tires are coming off the rim again, so I think I might call it quits. One last temperature check. About 3 seconds is all I can hold it for now. The ESC still feels fine, so it's hot, but I think it's still okay. Maybe 2 seconds is about it. And there's the Dumborg RC. I can't get a good angle here.